Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract, Friends Reunited, set in Bangkok, and supplied to us today by Paul Anderson 37. So moving on to our briefing, it's a Christmas miracle. 47 has found out that Hecklefish had baby fish, so he is on his way to take them home. But first he has work to do in Bangkok. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. And for today's challenge we'll be starting at 47's suite, and we'll be bringing with us a remote micro taser, an agmetic gas grenade, and a Seeker 1. So right from the start and off the bat, this is going to be quite a long one, and we're going to start off by calling for a room service.
There's a problem with the toilet. Take care of it. Now.
So that will attract the attention of 2 housekeeping staff members, one of which is our target, or our first target, and there he is, and he's going to be joined shortly by a young lady. Now the reason we've brought so many poisons with us is that this gentleman will go to one of 3 places. Ideally we want him to go to the toilet, but that will not always be the case, so we would have to make him sick. Luckily today he is going to the toilet, so we're going to follow him inside, close the door behind us, and ask him, have you found Hecklefish and his guppies? No, apparently not. So we'll leave him there, and we need his body to be found just in case when we come to our last target. So we're going to take his outfit, we're going to make our way out onto the balcony and take a shortcut to the ground floor. And this is where the long part of the mission will come in, as our next 2 targets are Mr. Morgan and his bodyguard. And the easiest way to get both of them, to deal with both of them in the restrictions available to us, will be to escort him up to the Queen's suite. So here they are.
Mr. Morgan, sir.
When can I have my suite?
Please accept my heartfelt apology for the mishap earlier. The Queen's suite is ready for you. Follow me.
Well, that was relatively fast. Very well, lead the way.
So once the conversation here has played out, we're going to very slowly lead Mr. Morgan and his bodyguard up to the Queen's suite. As you can see, I'm taking the widest possible trip up the stairs. That will just keep Mr. Morgan just about in range, because if we get too far ahead, he will stop and turn around and go back.
Here we are. I trust everything is to your liking.
Our house definite improvement. Hardly the Burj Al Arab. Let's take a closer look.
So at this point we are going to make our way through the Queen's suite. I'm just letting that enforcer get ahead of us and up the stairs, and we need to take care of a few things. First and foremost, we need to mop up this stain on the floor here. There we go, that's looking lovely and tidy. We're then going to make our way into the office, and we're going to clean the desk. And it's in here where we are going to make an attempt at slowing down and stopping the bodyguard. So I wonder, come on Mr. Morgan, the floor's clean, you watched me do it. What's the matter? The floor's clean, there, see? Bloody lawyers. Right, so now we're back on track. We're going to make our way into the office, we're going to clean the desk. And when Mr. Morgan moves off, we're going to bump into his bodyguard a couple of times to separate them a little. and then we can deal with the bodyguard before he leaves the room.
A definite improvement.
So is that to your liking, Mr. Morgan? You have some pretty high standards, I must say. So as soon as the bodyguard starts to move, we're going to bounce into him again, get behind him and render him unconscious. We're going to leave him here and we'll come back for him momentarily. We're now going to go out into the lounge area and pick up the 2 soda cans, and they will come in handy a bit later on as well. Once that's done, we can then go into the bathroom, and instead of cleaning the counter, we're just going to pounce on Mr. Morgan, and we're going to give him a very well-deserved neck snap. So 2 targets now taken care of. We're just going to deposit the lawyer in the closet. There you go. You can litigate that as much as you want, mate. So we're now going to return to the bodyguard, and we need his outfit. So we're going to quickly grab his outfit, and then we're going to drag him out into the living room area, or the music room area, or whatever you want to call this area, the library. There's a lot of books over there. And we're going to dump him out of the window. So I hope you know how to fly, mate. I know you're unconscious, but give it a try anyway. So 3 targets down. We're now going to make our way up to the upper floor of the penthouse, and this is where the soda cans will come in handy. And our next target is in the bathroom with a colleague of hers currently cleaning up. So we're going to go into the bedroom here, and we're going to open the door and throw our soda can over by the lamp. Somewhere around there will do.
Okay.
And our target will send her colleague out to investigate. And when she arrives, we're going to close the door behind her, render her unconscious. That's it, you've worked very hard there, you've earned that nap. And we're going to deposit her in the closet provided. Then we're going to rinse and repeat the exact same procedure once again to lure out our target. Except instead of rendering her unconscious, we are going to shoot her with the Seeker 1. So here she comes now. We're just going to shoot her right between the shoulder blades, and she will now get sick, and she will make her way back into the bathroom. And while she is doing that, we are going to drop our taser over by the sink. So yeah, that's it, get in there, dear. It's no good looking at me, I'm not a toilet. So while she's going to the toilet, we're going to drop our taser. We're going to render the young lady unconscious. There you go, you don't feel sick now, do you? And then we're going to drag her over to the sink, and we will proceed to overflow either one or both of the sinks. I tend to like doing both, just to make sure there's a nice big puddle. So sink number 1, sink number 2, we're going to move a safe distance, let the puddle build up, and trigger our taser. So that is 4 targets taken care of. We have 1 more to go, and we could be waiting around for our final target for a little while. Not always the case, depends on where she is. And we also need to re-don our housekeeping staff members' outfit before we vacate the area. So just like we did on the way up, on the way down to the ground floor, we're going to utilize the express route. And before we move, so Mrs. Carrington is on the 1st floor, so we're going to go back via our suite. She's currently in her suite, and she's going to leave and head to the lounge just off to our right before heading downstairs and wandering around for quite a while and then returning. So what we're going to do is put ourselves behind one of these monolith style artworks, pull out our Seeker 1, and as she goes into the lounge, we're going to shoot her in the back. Now, depending on where you shoot her, at this location or somewhere else, will depend on which bathroom she goes to. So if we get her nearer to the stairs, she'll go into 47 suite. We got her near the lounge, so she'll go into the empty apartment, and we don't have to worry about any bodies lying around. So all of our targets are now dealt with. All we have to do is to make good our escape. Now, unfortunately, the newly added or recently added third exit for this level isn't available during contracts, which would be just down on the ground floor right where we are. So we're going to have to head all the way to the next nearest available exit, which is right down at the far end of the pier. I hope IO manages to add the extra exit to the contracts mode, because it would save quite some time. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and we get a nice boat out of the deal as well. So we get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.